Is the moral good? Sure. Relatable? Definitely. But the situation, when I put myself in it, got me thinking. So, let's say I'm Spike. The woman I love, and it is an unrequited love, has just become all-powerful. In the process, she has decided that I'm the only person who understands her and gets to be at her side. She seems to be the most passionate she's ever been, and she's focusing more attention and affection on me than ever. I'll admit it, I've got an evil switch in my brain, and this situation would probably flip it. I'd throw myself at the hooves of my demon queen and stand at her side as she bent the fabric of reality to her will. I would totally go along with whatever she wanted as long as I knew she loved me and was happy with the results of her actions. And as a true villain, it would be my downfall. One day, Rarity would alter the world or myself in some fundamental way that I don't want her to. Either she would alter me into a different, more subservient person and I would lose my will, or if I retained my will, then she would view me as a traitor and destroy me, before her path of chaos degrades her mind and body into nothingness and the entire universe is destroyed by her power. Oh, I just got a Skype message from friend of the show, Urishima. It's pretty long, too. So, if you don't mind me talking about this for a bit, there was a shitload of conflicts in this episode, wasn't there? I guess so. There was the be honest with your criticism, especially with your friends thing. Right, that's the obvious one. This kind of thing comes naturally to me. Maybe because my first name is Conrad, which means honest counselor. People tell me I'm very blunt. Then, Rarity learning that form follows function. Another good one to learn. Sometimes Rarity seems to understand this concept perfectly, and other times not so much, so I'd call it an inconsistent characterization, but still a relevant lesson for her to learn. As Tommy Oliver points out in his video, this episode does a lot to communicate about creative endeavors, and this is one of the things that is challenging for a lot of artists. And the ability of just making anything you want happen in a flash, making whatever you create with this ability ultimately meaningless, because in craft, the creation process is an integral part of it all, including overcoming limitations. I would definitely agree with this, but at the same time it's hard to say. Yes, hardship is an integral part of the resultant product, but does that mean a product with no hardship wouldn't be as good? It would certainly be different, but let's consider a situation. My videos, for instance, have developed into their current form mostly through adversity. The adversity of finding an audience is why I adopted the video format. The adversity of dodging YouTube's Content ID system is why I adopted the OC, and continued attempts to dodge Content ID have influenced the way I present the footage in the videos. These things have affected the content in a lot of ways, some of which have enriched and deepened the overall product. However, if I could will my videos into being fully animated spectacles, would they not then be better? It's something that I don't care to learn how to do and would take way too much of my time otherwise, but if I could just beam it into creation, then why wouldn't I? Hard work makes you appreciate the benefits of that work more, certainly, but having benefits from light work also facilitates more work to be done. Rarity's reaction to her power is exactly what mine would be. Oh hey, my production rate is increased, so now I can do all the things I've ever wanted to do. I could go through all of the ideas for videos, films, novels, whatever I've got backlogged and make all those things happen. The issue raised by your point, however, is less a question of how instantly creating something affects its quality and the attachment you have to it, and is more a question of the logistics of this magic. Because it is true that the idea of willing an art piece into existence doesn't make sense because there are too many things that you wouldn't know until you're making said art piece. Does Rarity know the correct measurements and mechanics of the buildings and chariots she's causing to exist? Does she already know how to construct all of these things and is literally just willing the materials into existence and skipping the effort? Is it more like she's doing the entire project in an infinitely short amount of time? Or is she also willing into existence her knowledge of how to make the product? If I willed this video into existence, I would have no clue previously what the exact arrangements and selections of words would be, because those things are not premeditated, but emergent in the process of creation. So if I willed a video into existence, would I also be causing myself to have known all of the words and arrangements instantaneously? See, this is why I hate powers like this whenever they come up. They make me think way too fucking much about something that's completely hypothetical. Also, the book, or the spell of the book, had a mind of its own, which scares the crap out of me. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by this, but I'd say it's more like the spell is automatic. Like, does it actually think for itself, or is it following a requisite set of rules? I feel like if it had a mind of its own, it would be able to avoid undoing. Again though, not sure what you mean, but thanks for the topic suggestions. A round of applause for Urishima, please. Now, I know that some of you will be frustrated with me for saying this, but Spike to me is a fundamentally uninteresting character. Yes, I think he's well written in this episode with a believable and relatable arc, which Tommy Oliver did a perfectly fine job of detailing in his video. But Spike just isn't a character I'm interested in. Besides having one of the most consistently excellent voice performances in the cast, Spike just doesn't have much going for him in terms of intrigue. His personality is indistinct, inconsistent, and undefined, and I've never connected with him really on any level. He doesn't have a strong continuous arc like Rainbow Dash or Twilight, nor depth of character like Rarity or Pinkie Pie, nor do I want to marry him like Applejack or Fluttershy. Even when Spike is written decently, I already care so little about him that it's hard for me to feel anything watching his episodes. And that's it, really. Again, check out Tom's video if you want more of a close reading of the episode's strengths and weaknesses, but for me, all that really grabbed me about this episode was how much I wanted to spiral into a horrific villainous downfall with sexy evil Rarity. While I've got you here, let's wrap for a moment. So, as you may be well aware, the 4th season of My Little Pony is rapidly approaching its finale. And what that means is I might not consistently have a new pony video out every single week. I don't have that many episodes left to really go in depth on throughout the older episodes of the show. There are some videos I need to redo because either they were season 3 videos that were taken down, season 1 videos, I think maybe some of them are not available, but I could be wrong. There's a few more episodes in season 1 and 2 I might want to cover in depth, but most of them I don't have that much to say about. I might do short videos like I did for Putting Your Hoof Down and Hurricane Fluttershy, but probably not much more than that. I've got some more pony videos left to do. I've been promising forever that I was going to do videos for the main characters, or at least the ones who I have a lot to say about. A few more general concept videos, maybe 1 or 2 fan work things if I ever get around to them. But overall, as we move into the break between season 4 and season 5, I probably am not going to be doing nearly as much pony content, and I really want to shift my focus into covering anime and video games. Those are the 2 biggest fields that I want to go into. They're the ones I have the most interest in and that I think I'm the best at talking about. But I don't want you to feel like you should leave because I'm going to talk about some other things. What I really want to do is to take you with me. So what I'm hoping to do soon is to get out some videos that will actually help to introduce you to anime and video games that might interest you. I want to try to get more people into these mediums so that it's not like I'm just going off to hang out with someone else. I want to bring you guys in with me. And if that interests you, then keep an eye out on this channel and maybe check out my DigiDoes Anime channel. Again, I'm going to have some of these videos that explain this stuff, and I hope you'll watch them. Like, just because it says anime on it, don't be like, oh, I don't want to watch that, I don't care about anime, because the idea is to get you into anime. Maybe you will care about it, because anime is a medium, and video games are a medium. They are not a genre, so there's probably something in them that interests you. So, if you're interested in broadening your horizons, by all means, check out the videos that I'll have coming out soon, and thanks again for being a subscriber, or viewer, or whatever you are.